Little titties and beer, great big titties in my beer.
God damn it, I love those motherfucking titties. You ready?
Wait, we got one camera that's, oh, it's looking at the back of your thing here.
Ah!
No! Oh, you gotta put it on me. So we're live.
Hey, are we here?
We're muted, but we're live.
Well, unmute us. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hey, welcome to Turn 5 Live here at the Grandma's Basement in Meridian, Idaho, where we had a snow event. Hey, is that better?
There we go.
You motherfuckers trying to silence me.
We tried it.
They hate me. What is wrong?
Sorry. Okay, now we're good.
He can be replaced at any time. I'm gonna fuck your world. Hey, welcome to Turn 5 Live, December 2nd edition to snowy Boise, Idaho. On my right, the queen of all media is Donovan Johns over here.
Behave.
Yes, over here on my left, Jesus, DJ Everett.
Jesus in the house.
The voice of all of the touring series in the United States of America. And he's
Dude,
still bouncing. You're still checking there, Deej. Don't touch your don't touch the table.
Stop
or
touching
nothing.
shit, DJ.
Yes,
Hands
because Donovan fucks up enough. We don't need you helping him.
Thanks.
There's a ding. That's a count. That's a count. Hey, welcome everybody. It's long. I know it's been a while since you've seen us all. Mostly my fault, and a little bit of Donovan's fault, but mostly my fault. I've been gone. I've been a little bit crazy. I'm a little bit under the weather tonight, so if I have a little bit of my bad. How you doing, Deej?
Yeah, you've been gone.
I've been gone.
You don't touch the
stop.
fucking table.
Cut some racing while I was gone.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Oh, we go right into that.
Donovan, you're doing it.
It's his cable.
It's like playing poker with my sister's kids.
I made my annual trip down to Ventura, California for Thanksgiving week.
Nice.
So
you took in the turkey night.
Turkey night, 78th running, Turkey Night Grand Prix.
And guess who won?
The
The race of the year.
Man, I will tell you this. This is now becoming, well, it's always been a must-see race for me every single year, but for those of you that have not caught it yet, you have got to go down to Ventura and catch this race every year now because
Because it's on the beach.
number one, it's on the beach. Probably my favorite racetrack
Daytona?
anywhere in the country. No.
Ventura.
Yeah.
It's a tight dirt track,
The
right?
5th mile dirt track, and the pit area. You got the pit area, you have an access road, then you got the beach. I mean, the beach is like 50 feet from.
Isn't it the Ventura County Fairgrounds?
It is.
Nice.
It is. And so Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson took up their battle for the second time
Sliders.
in second year in a row.
Yep.
And I tell you, these guys keep on coming back to this race.
Yep,
You've got to go see this race live.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
have
more
to.
sliders were going on there than a trip to White Castle.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable. So
I get it.
yeah.
Most people don't know what White Castle is in Boise, so
Well,
very
you were
few.
talking like the little cider burgers. Or sliders in White Castle.
I am actually gonna this weekend. I'll be in Indiana with our champion Eric Reed and Jeremy White, and I'm gonna take them to White Castle just so they have a slider.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, next.
Hey, we have sliders here. Don't we?
Next.
So before we get into Turkey Night, do we want to congratulate our NASCAR champions for the year?
Not really. But we do have sponsors.
Willie Dalton.
Will and Dalton.
Brian Wharf. Who are you talking about?
Jason Wardle.
Oh, you mean the other guys?
Yeah. Yeah. So congratulations to Brett Moffitt in the Keeping World Truck Series,
That's
Tyler
cool.
Tyler Reddick in the Xfinity Series, and Joey Logano in the Monster Energy Cup Series. So congratulations to those three. Just announced about a half hour ago, Kurt Busch did confirm his departure from Stewart Haas Racing. Do not know where he's going to go next year yet.
Mm.
So
I gotta tell you, I am so filled with sadness.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Um,
Well, ever since the ear operation, I've liked him a little more. 20 years ago, remember he had his ears operated on?
Oh,
What are you-
geez, yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know yet.
he's
But
trying to do
exactly.
something on the fly here.
It's been 40 shows. We still don't know what the fuck we're doing. Next. All right, cool. So,
try that.
Test 1, 2.
Hey!
hopefully you
Just one,
guys
two.
weren't hearing that.
They probably were.
Fantastic.
Test 1, 2.
Okay, we're good. We're back. We're live.
Yes, we are live. So, crazy, we have a great show for you tonight. We want to thank our sponsors, Tony Flores and the Flores Group over at
Yep.
Keller Williams.
Yep.
You're going to look for a house. Say thank you, Tony. Everybody call Tony and thank him for the misunderstanding. He's now on the team again. That's
Yay,
kinda neat.
team!
Hey, Tony.
Save money.
Give Tony the clap. No, we don't talk about Team Mazda stuff here. I don't work for them.
Hey, I've ran a Team Mazda mini stock for quite a long time.
We'll have this.
Right?
Yeah. And, and so we also want to thank our friends at FVP Products.
Yep.
Yep, they're fantastic. Hold it up, Deej.
Deej.
FVP, sorry, I was,
All right, this isn't, we're watching the one on the left, right?
Yeah, no, we're watching the one. Actually, hold on, let me change this.
Yeah, you probably ought to get it off me. There you go. Because nobody wants to look at my nose. Next.
Now we're on that one over there.
Donald's got new camera. Oh, by the way, we're streaming in high definition television.
Yes, for the first time ever.
Yes.
High def. Look at my pores.
Yes, we're spending your sponsor dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently, we need to buy a new freaking cable for the microphone.
Yeah. Who else we got, DJ?
Lion Tamer.
Lion Tamer Beer Care.
That's right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Vapes.com.
Yes, they are.
Charmaine's shop.
You make them soft and squishy. What the hell are you?
He's the sound effects man.
Apparently.
I got one for each of them.
He's getting ready for Indy.
We're ready?
Prematurely.
He's going to be softening up those lips to go
Jeremy,
find
question.
some sponsors.
Any port in the storm there, Thunder Penis.
$20 is $20.
I needed the money. I got to pay for Jeremy's beer tab.
Hey, Jeremy gets a beer tab?
He is the champion crew chief. Right? He's listening already. He's fired up. He's already drunk. He's thinking about it.
Hey, I am too.
What's up, Derek? Derek Barr in the house. We got a Barr family in the house. Nice. Pat Henning. Nice. Hey, yeah.
Egley.
Mike Davis did not like the camera angle up my nose.
No?
I don't blame him at all. I got an ugly ass nose.
I don't think we all do.
Matt
There you go,
Egley. Matt Egley, fresh off a trip to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right on.
Dude.
That's right.
Dude. Like I got like a big black thing in my face again tonight.
All right, Donna. We got 2 guests and a lot to get through, and we're
Right.
going to play with cameras. Nice.
Hey, these are new.
Put it back on the big fucking
Black
camera
Friday
before I
cameras.
get slapped. Thank you.
Why are you so angry all the time?
Because that's bullshit.
Would you like for me to go through my national stuff
Let's do it.
really quick?
National.
We already mentioned about NASCAR. Last weekend, F1 had their last race of the year in
Singapore.
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi.
And
Abu
Lewis Hamilton won his
Abu Dhabi.
11th of the year.
So he got it. Good.
11th of the year.
From the pole?
Yeah.
Did he win from the pole?
Yeah.
Was there any passing at all?
Yeah.
They're like 4 guys passed each other.
Yeah.
Out of 30
Abu
cars.
There was
Dhabi's
a pass.
Abu Dhabi's a really cool track. But, yeah, his 11th of the year. So, since 2014, he's had either 11 or 10 wins each year, except for 2017, he had 9 wins.
Right.
Anyway, he got his 5th championship of the year. Mercedes McLaren got their 5th Constructors' Championship of 5th championship. I said 5th championship of the year. His 5th career championship. Mercedes got their 5th Constructors' Championship. And there we go. We're all set for 2019. I know you guys don't care. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Moving on.
But do they care?
Yeah, they
Do
actually I actually had a couple people.
Anybody
All right.
out there actually care?
Oh, shut up.
You tens of people watching right now.
Sam, you
thumbs up or thumbs down on Formula One
Sam,
results.
shut up. Sam, are you out there? 'Cause I know Sam cares. He told me he cares. Anyway,
Sam's just being nice.
no, he told
Sam
me,
is nice.
He tells me he tells me he watches that stuff now because of. Anyway, congratulations to our Lucas Oil Modified winner in Vegas, Justin Johnson.
Justin
Nice.
Johnson
Yeah.
won Vegas. Yes, he did.
And Jeremy Doss, who won the SRL
Absolutely.
late model race as well.
Yeah, he did. He came up there, made a great pass late in the go, and made it work. John Dillon had a great run going up there as well. He started up on the pole, had a great run going.
Yeah. My annual trip down to Ventura, California, 78th running of the Turkey Neck Grand Prix, 2 nights of racing. I didn't go the first night, but I went to the second night. 67 midgets, over 40 sprint cars.
Oh,
We call them
Oh,
little
fuck.
people now.
yeah. Only Rico was the one I saw
You saw him somehow?
on TV.
Oh,
They had the low camera angle.
gosh. Stood next to him. I'm sure.
I am so
Did he
low
win?
the hell.
Did he win?
Who won?
No, he came up a little short.
He could just sure.
You know, they're gonna block us. Well,
I'm going to hell.
we can't do this show when we're drunk when we start. We're supposed to get drunk as we go through the show.
Ask them on that one.
Mike Hunter's with me. He likes
Mike
Formula
Hunt?
One.
Marcy does not.
Well, Mike, you need to train Marcy on that.
No.
Anyway, Chad Boat led the first 50 laps of that race, and then
Blocking like a mother
He
bear.
was looking good. Chad Boat was actually looking really good.
Until he started blocking.
And then Larson got by him, and then Bell from the 9th starting spot started making his way up through the field, and eventually found his way up to 2nd, and then it was on.
Yep.
The lead changed 5 times between Bell and Larson.
It was an amazing fucking race.
Well,
Again.
you want to hear my Chad boat story?
Go ahead.
So I'm in a truck stop in Ocala, Florida. It rained out that night, and it was during the Winter Nationals, the winter stuff they do in February.
Bubba Race Week work.
Yes.
Yep.
So the big Chad boat hauler's there, right?
Yep.
Right. And Chad Boat's having an argument with his girlfriend in the parking lot. Knocked down, drag out. They didn't hit each other or anything, but he's motherfucking whore, bitch, all this kind of stuff, yelling and screaming at her. I'm like, this is great. And he left her at the truck stop, took off in the rig. True story. Next.
And his dad was really cool. Billy
Yep,
Boat.
Billy Boat.
I loved his dad. So it was on. They did sliders about 5 times in each other. It came down to a green-white checkered at the end, and Bell had just a little bit more than Larson. Larson tried it one final time.
He
turned straight forward.
threw the right front in his Nerf bar.
Yep, and came up just a little bit short. So Bell got his 2nd Turkey Night Grand Prix in a row, his 3rd of his career, and. Logan Seavey crowned the 2018 USAC National Midget
Logan
Champion.
Seavey, former Topher Classic disqualified kid, I believe.
Yep.
He got disqualified up here. It was either him or his brother. Up at OMC.
One of the two. Yeah. So it was a great event. You guys gotta. I'm telling you, you guys gotta go down and see it. So.
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving.
It's a great way to go. I mean, it's. You know, you gotta go.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
You just have to.
I guess so.
Go next year. I'm inviting everybody. I've been inviting a ton of people each year. So.
Well, I'll get in the Civic
Yeah,
and head down south.
I'd rather go to the Chili Bowl.
Chili Bowl.
Get that out of your system, then come to Turkey Night Adventure on the beach.
Yeah, that could happen.
What else happened nationally in the last 3 weeks?
Last night, Gateway Dirt Nationals.
Gateway Dirt Nationals.
The Dome at America Center in St. Louis.
Yep, the old, what was it used to be called in St. Louis? Where the Rams used to play. And they left town. So now they do the dirt in there.
Yep.
I sure wish they'd do that at Lucas Oil Stadium when we have Indy next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a 2-night show as well. Christopher Bell won his preliminary night on Friday night. And wouldn't you know it, he wins again last night.
Yeah.
And again,
Yep.
Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell went at it again last night.
They went at it.
The story I got was 6 laps ago, they were running 1st and 2nd, and then Larson spun for some reason in turn 4 on the last lap, and they actually had to tow his car off the track. So I'm not sure there's any kind of mechanical problems or something like that with Larson's car, but that gives Christopher Bell 3 wins in 9 nights in 9 days.
Yep.
That's crazy.
He's the guy to beat. It's neat.
I will say this: after Turkey Night, the rumors, or not rumors, but the talk has been now Christopher Bell looks like he might be slightly a better driver than Kyle Larson. That's the talk right now.
Well,
I've always thought highly of Kyle Larson.
Right.
I still do.
It's Pepsi or Coke, and I love them both.
Yeah, me too.
Add the right amount of Jack in there, and you're all good.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong liking either one of them? That's not one of those feuds, and they don't have a feud.
That's
They don't
like
have
saying
it.
one's good, one sucks. They're both awesome.
And they like each other a lot.
Oh, they're good
So,
friends. They hang out.
Yeah,
So-
and so that their battle's going to be happening again at the Chili Bowl here in about another month.
Yeah, remember
So-
Kyle had him beat. He was gone, and his motor blew up last year. So
Yeah, we got to see get Bell up into the cup.
a matter of time.
And,
Matter of time,
and do some racing with Larson.
Matter
And
of time.
the 41 is open, right?
Yeah. Shit. I mean,
Hello. Yep.
Half the
So
cars and
there's always been talks about moving the cup a little bit too early.
right.
So I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that right now. So
How'd that work out for Jeff Gordon? Next.
All right.
Next. About 2 years, and then he went in,
all right,
right?
yeah.
So I don't know. Tony Stewart,
Yeah.
how'd that work out?
Okay.
Worked out pretty good.
Danica
So-
Patrick, how'd that work out?
Well, talent wasn't there, so it had a lot to do with it.
One
But,
guy
yeah.
one guy I thought was going to make it and didn't. JJ Yaley
Right.
didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
So some people just don't adapt.
You know, it's a crapshoot sometimes. So the one race I did not get to watch or get any kind of information on. Only the winner was today's Snowball Derby.
I got a little bit.
Yep.
I watched it on on Race Monitor. Our buddy Preston Peltier with Idaho ties, and of course he's married to Ashley McKean.
Yep.
Good friend. I like him a lot. He's a nice man. Very reserved, quiet guy. He qualified third for the Snowball Derby. Last year, of course, he sat on the pole and had some bad luck after a tire change. Everybody stopped in front of him, big old wreck, and he had nowhere to go. Something happened early on. I don't know if it was motor or what, but he went right to the back. And they came in. He only completed 107 laps. Towards the end of the race, it was a battle of who was on tires. If they would have went green the rest of the race from about lap 250 on, Tyler Majeski had that race covered. Him and Harrison Burton were going to go out a little bit, but I think Tyler Majeski had it covered. Yellow came out. The guys with tires that were coming back through the field that planned on having those cautions, now we're really in good position for the side-by-side restart. And former Idaho 208 winner, Mr. Noah Gregson, won the Snowball Derby today. So that is a big, and you know, you might have truck wins and all that kind of shit. That's his biggest win.
Yeah.
And people are going, oh, bullshit, fucking truck. Bullshit. The Snowball Derby is his biggest win.
We were going to the Derby back in the 80s, and that was still, even then, huge. And to win the Derby.
Sure. Fuck. Bob Seneca, Mike Eddy, Rick Crawford, on and on. Speaking of Rick Crawford, he's going to jail.
Yeah, I saw that.
Next. We don't need to talk about why. But I've raced iRacing with him a ton. Yeah, he's kind of a douchebag.
Yeah.
You raced with him, Rick Crawford, on
Car racing. What goes around comes around.
Yeah, he earned it.
He did. He sent it and it didn't work out. Anyway. Hold my beer.
So tonight we're kind of lucky in that we got a couple guests tonight. I'm also looking for on the webpage there on the right, it says chat. Those of you that don't log in and chat, tonight would be a good one. Those who have the most promising comments and so forth. I've got a little bit of stuff to give away. I don't really have much oil left to give away, but I do have a case of power steering fluid. It's a case of 8 power steering quarts, high temperature, 0. It does not hold air bubbles. Royal Purple synthetic oils power steering fluid. Fantastic power steering fluid. This time of year when you're going through and dropping all your fluids out of your race car, this would be a great thing to put in for those of you that have power steering. Anyway, I got a couple cases of it, and I want to give one away tonight to the best comments that we have on the side there.
Sweet.
So
bring them in. And while we're at it, make sure to look at the bottom right-hand screen of your screen. Click on the little Turn 5 logo, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified when we go live.
yeah, we need to hit that. Yeah, because that's important. The more subscriptions we have, the better we are on YouTube. Also, when we have these shows come out, share them with all your friends on Facebook and so forth. That always helps us as far as getting the message out. There's a possibility we may be doing a Facebook Live show coming up. We're gonna try something, do something a little bit different, just to try some stuff out. So tonight we have 2 guests. Our first guest tonight will be Mr. Mike Hunter from the Northwest Pro 4 Alliance. Near and dear to my heart. I had a lot to do with the founding of that in the Northwest way back in the day. Those of you that know me know about that. Also, our second guest will be Magic Valley Speedway Superstock champion and track champion, the Outlaw, Mr. Willie Dalton. So very excited about having both Mike Hunter and Willie Dalton on the show tonight. But we got a recap show, so we got 15 minutes to do some recap, and let's talk about what we did at Meridian Speedway. Our last show, if you remember, many moons ago,
It was a chaotic mess.
It was a chaotic mess, and I got all pissy at the end. But we got a lot of things to talk about at the end of the night as far as WARPA and some things with scheduling and stuff. But if we go back, we got about halfway through the recap of the season recap with Meridian Speedway. So we got a little bit of time. DJ, are you ready for that?
Yeah, we did it. We ended up going class by class.
Yep.
And what class would you like to start out?
We got lost.
Let's do mini stocks because we can all talk about it.
Mini stocks. Oh, yeah, mini stocks. Mini stocks. We had 6 different winners this year.
6 different ones.
Yeah, and our good friend Jason Wardle.
Yeah. Jason Wardle.
I'm glad to see that happen.
Former show guest.
Let's give him the clap.
Give him the clap. Hang on, wait. My clap was last.
Go see the doctor tomorrow, Jason.
Had a great season, held it all the way through, solid finishes, great job all the way from Wardle and from Jen and everyone else who's helping him out this year. And it was his to kind of give away. He ran well. Maxine, after going upside down in 2017 at the end of the year, he kept the roof wrinkle and kept on running.
And the last night there, of course, he tried to give it away.
He did.
He
Almost
tried.
did. Almost did.
Oh, Wardle.
He climbed the back shoe wall. Wall of
sucker. Yeah. But he held on to it. Fred Vigil started coming into his own as well this year.
Oh my gosh.
Glad to see that.
Yeah, he gets that car a little more under control because that's what he was his own worst enemy in the few races I got to run with him. in his setup on entry and in the middle. He gets that dialed in. He's a 14-second car. How many times did he get fast time this year?
Oh, when he hit a
Oh
lap.
my God.
When he'd hit a lap, the tires were the right temperature.
Yeah,
right.
Group qualifying helped that car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One lap, I think your Mustangs are going to be fine. 3-4 laps, your front wheel drive, and then long runs, I think it's still a rear wheel drive car is going to come out.
Nah, I don't think so.
They keep winning the championships. Next.
Haters
results.
gonna hate.
Yeah.
Results.
Till DeBron got a few wins this year. Jason Sanders, when he was able to race with us,
Yeah.
got a couple wins. And Michael was able to score one win
Nice.
as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the year, our buddy from Salt Lake City, Courtney Green,
Yep.
was able to score a win.
So he came out, laid down track champion, or he laid the group qualifying fast time.
Mhm.
So he holds track record for that at a 15-1 something, I believe.
Yeah. Flying
Not quite to the 14-9 that Bollinger laid down in 2011 for
Yeah.
overall 2-lap qualifying.
Right. Yeah.
But that little Integra, holy balls!
Yeah.
That was running. All three of those guys came up fast cars.
One driver that actually looked really good did not, unfortunately, not score a win, but took a pretty big pounder the last race of the season, Luke Overton.
Oh.
He's had hard luck
Yeah.
these last 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a bad deal, and I was worried about Luke getting
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank God for the safety equipment. We talked about that
Mhm.
during the Kyle
Yeah.
Tellstrom show.
Mhm.
Look at your safety equipment, Luke. Thank God everything was good for him. That was a hard hit.
He came down to the last wire meeting with the sling on. He felt it. It's gonna last for a while.
Yeah.
That was a good wampin.
So good year in mini stocks this year.
It was good. We had a lot of good cars come out.
Yeah. Again, congratulations, Jason Wardle.
I wanna-
First one.
One of my favorites this year who grew so much and just was one I just kept cheering for the whole year. Billy Shep.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, he got that Toyota run.
He did. That last race, I thought he could have won that thing.
Yeah.
He
I was
was
pulling for
running
him.
good.
This
I was
last
pulling for him.
third of the season, that little Toyota has been on a rail. He's been either the fastest or one of the top 2-3 fastest cars on the track every main event. So it just goes to show, man, he's got the patience. He's been running the car for a while.
Yeah.
It's
Rear-wheel drive.
exciting to and it's a Toyota.
So at the end of the night, rear wheel drive still starting to get fast.
If you don't know Billy, go talk to him after the race.
Oh, it's just nice. It's nice.
guy.
It's good people.
Oh, he'll be on. He's on there somewhere.
Yeah.
He'll say win or something. Willie win or something on here on our
Yeah.
turn 5.9.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Nice man.
Yep. Next.
And you ran against that car when it was a Hornet.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Both of Billy's cars are Hornets that he's upgraded to make, which again for the Hornets,
Right.
which I know I'm hearing, I don't know if it's for sure or not, that a lot of the Hornets are going to be running for Hoosiers next year.
That's what I heard too.
Um,
I heard the same thing. That's,
They're all
We'll see.
basically mini stocks minus 2 points a cage at this point. So
what was the
And head work. And milling the head down. There's a lot of things.
I don't do any of that shit to my motors.
Well, some do.
Some do. Why pay for that? You don't need to. Yeah, I'm still turning 15.1s, 15.2s. I'm a basic motor.
I remember a few that did. I'm not gonna name any names, but anyway.
So-
Powers!
But I mean, I like that it does go to show that Billy Ship took 2 Hornets and made them both competitive, and his Integra and his Toyota,
And he can win any night.
right? I can never remember his name. The 19 blue Ford Escort.
Brendan Hill.
Hill took that Junior Stinger and turned it into a top qualified mini stock, and it was still just a Hornet. So and So, hey guys, front wheel drive circle track racing. It's what you got to do. We're getting there.
Hey guys.
Or go with the Huntsinger.
We're gonna
We're gonna leave.
I got my red Christmas shirt on.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. He had a bloody nose. It was a white shirt when he came in.
So moving on. Did we talk about Pro Force?
I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did. All right.
I think we had all the height, the top series.
Let's go. I'll go through the list here. Did we talk about super stocks?
Super stocks.
No, I don't think we did. So I don't think we talked about Jackson in his car or.
Jackson's whole goal this year was to win the Super Stock Championship, and they blew their motor.
A couple. Didn't they lose a couple motors?
They blew one for sure. The big block wouldn't fit in the car in the street stock. the super stock, so they just ran the modified.
Yeah. I love the car bodies on that thing. Absolutely loved it. They made me giggle. Just, I mean, because I love being dumb and doing something different.
You haven't noticed, really?
Really? And he rolled those out there this year, and oh my God, I just loved it. Loved every freaking lap of it.
Josh goes his own way.
Right?
His cars are legal.
Yep.
Yeah. The original Outlaw. He's still mad at me because I changed the rules. You have to run a conforming body.
Yeah, I still hate that.
Oh, well.
Absolutely hate it.
I can't wait for the Donald.
I know, right?
I can't wait for the Donald mods. They're gonna be awesome. There's a hole down. There's no Randy Keckley mods no more. Damn it!
Get in there, do it.
So, all right. So.
So again, Melissa Artie.
Melissa Artie.
Another stellar year
Artie.
for her with five. I counted 5 wins. I'm not sure I sure or not, but Chuck Youngblood was able to sneak in 1 win, and Pat Tully was able to sneak in a win as well.
Pat Tully, yep. And that's a beautiful car. I think it might still be for sale.
I believe somebody. The one that Tully ran, the Supers, the 90.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the Big 5 car. I'm thinking. Someone just bought the Big 5 car, the 90, black and.
Well, he had a super stock that he ran with the Big 5 cars. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Pat, if you're online, hit us up.
Yeah.
Or one of the guys, Neil, somebody.
Or
Tell us
or
what's
did
going on with that.
was the car that was purchased. I don't know if it's secret or not. I'll tell. I don't fucking care.
Who cares?
Danny Martin, one of the rookies in the mini stocks, picked up Tully's late model looking car.
Nice.
The 90.
Oh, good. He's a good dude. That would be a
Yeah.
good car for him.
So congratulations to Melissa Artie for her. I think she mentioned her 11th championship.
Something like that.
At Meridian Speedway.
Melissa's tough.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She doesn't make mistakes.
You know when you're beating any of them, Melissa, Kendra, Taylor, you know you're doing good.
Marvin
Marvin
Ochapinny.
Wait.
Yeah.
In the last 7 years I've been going to the track, I've only seen her wreck maybe once or twice.
I seen her dad throw her into the
I seen your
friggin-
dad put her in the fence.
I know.
That was the only time I seen her wreck.
Best
that was
wreck.
bad.
Oh my
Not a
God.
good wreck. 3 wide inside, dump his daughter on the outside.
I know.
Marvin, she comes in the pictures.
Who was on the inside? Was that the 19 car, the Camaro?
I can't remember. But anyway,
Yeah.
he went to the inside, just pissed off, drove through him, and Melissa was the one that went into the scoreboard.
No,
And,
he got into the YMC
Oh, yeah.
van.
Yeah.
Just wanted to go take a drink.
Bam.
She's
Yeah.
like, if the
Thank God she was
if the
okay.
wing sprints can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah. There you have it. So another good year for the super stocks. Did we mention Pepsi Sprints? I remember mentioning we had
we did.
nine different winners this year. Great. Congratulations to Rob.
And we
Rice.
did the kids. I think we're pretty much done. Are we ready for our guests?
Oh. Well,
We got a couple minutes.
we got a couple minutes.
If you want to fire
we,
get the call going, we could probably get ready for
Did we talk about Hornets?
Hornets? Which ones?
Juniors,
This will piss
juniors,
Adam off. Which one of the 4 corner
The
classes?
Hornets.
Right.
Okay. The 4. Okay. Yeah, we could talk. No, we talked about James.
We need to bring the killer bees back or whatever we call them.
Queen bees.
Queen bees.
Yeah.
Because that's what we need.
Why not? You queens would all need that, wouldn't you?
So congratulations to James
What
Paul,
if I self-identify?
Cody Castricon. Congratulations to him, Junior Stingers, and Miranda Davis.
Oh.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, Castricon was just talking to them. They're going junior spring. The
Mini
junior
stocks.
late model.
Oh, late model?
Junior late model.
junior
That's
late
gonna be
model.
interesting.
Okay.
When that comes around, we're gonna get Mullins or Adam or somebody, Dan Breach. We'll get somebody on.
Yeah.
For the.
We have, and they set the rule book up. Adam
Junior
posted
class.
that up. But there are so many people talking about that junior late model class right now. That's
Yeah.
come February time frame. That's going to be huge.
Yeah. I screwed up. I should have had junior mods. And looking back at it now, I thought about it and I didn't do it. But we should have done a junior mod series with the 602 and the 2-barrel and put them on and let them move up when they're ready.
Mm-hmm.
I
We
still
could
want
still
to do
do
your
it.
Legends thing. That's
We
just
didn't,
me.
Josh actually said we didn't do mods. Did we do mods? Maybe not. I don't know. But we had.
Thought we did.
I thought
Let's
we
do
did too.
mods. All right,
Right.
Josh.
So,
we got 1 minute before. Let's do mods for a minute here.
I dialed the number.
With the ton of racing that we have with mods this year, as we do every year, Brian Wharf was able to grab 9 wins
Yeah.
and be our champion this year.
And a real clean year. I know that he was in one small skirmish on the back chute. Not sure what happened,
Right.
but Brian doesn't wreck his stuff.
No, he doesn't.
It's going to have to be something happened to him to make it wreck. So
I will say the funnest one of the most exciting fun races I watched this year was when Jackson was up on Colton. And I don't know what the prelude to that was, or I know Josh was not in a good mood in the pits that night, but he basically used Colton's bumper as a speed bag.
Ask
And
him. He's listening. He's typing.
Just
He's
went
typing.
away
Ask
on,
him.
I mean, it was like a Rocky montage of him just going brrr, like he's like pounded beef.
Josh,
going to
that
town.
is Donovan talking, not
I
Ronnie.
freaking loved it.
Oh, okay.
And that is something that, as a fan, yeah.
Well, knowing those two guys, they probably got out in high five, so they can handle it.
But no, that was awesome.
Colton had 5 wins. Chris Fenton had 4. Josh, I believe you had 3 this year. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but you had a few this year and ran really good as usual.
Oh,
so.
yeah. And Josh is going to be good in anything
Oh
he
yeah,
gets in.
yeah.
So that's Mark's. Are we ready? Do you got Michael on the phone?
I do not. I got to press call.
So
Well,
Mike
call.
Hunter, we're coming to you right now.
Mike, I hope you're watching.
Yeah,
We're
who's
You
calling.
can take your headphones off. Mike.
I'm not
Turn
going to do
his
that.
mic off.
You
until
can't
he's
do
ready
that to
to
me.
talk.
No, we're calling. Look, it comes up as Northwest Pro 4 Alliance. They apparently already had him
Yeah.
in here.
Hey, Michael, how are you? Hey, this is the Gruesome Threesome. Todd, Dono, and DJ here at the table in Grandma's basement. Sure appreciate you coming on the show tonight. Hopefully everybody out there in podcast land can hear you okay. If you all can hear Mike, can you do me a favor and give me a thumbs up that you can hear him? Talk nice and loud, and Dono was going to work the switches here and try to get you a little louder in our ears. Hopefully that's good. Mike, how are you, my friend? It's been a couple weeks. I haven't seen you in at least 10 days. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Tom. How are you?
Well, I'm kind of cold. I got a little bit of sickness, and I'm traveling all over the country in the next couple weeks, so I won't be home actually in a full week in Boise until the week of Christmas, so it's going to be a little bit crazy for me. How was Warpa? How did it treat you? The Western Auto Racing Promoters Association workshops were held the weekend before Thanksgiving in Portland. What was it, 50th annual, Mike?
Yes, it was.
50th annual one, and Mike and I, of course, both attend. And we spent a lot of time together. How did it work out for you?
Well, I got 5 out of the 6 contracts signed. Based on the final confirmation.
Okay, hang on a second, Mike. We're going to try to see if we can get you any louder.
We're working on him. He's got to talk more so I can get him.
Talk nice and loud, Mike.
There we go! Good
There you go.
Lord!
And
He
make sure
showed up.
you're not on speaker on your end. Make sure you're talking directly in the mic. Good? Go ahead and talk, Mike.
Is that better?
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully that's better.
Yeah, he's coming up to good lines.
Well, good. So you know what you're doing, Donovan?
I have no fucking clue, man.
No.
I'm making this up like a son of a bitch.
No, we just don't have the best board on the planet. We spent
It's
$50
a
on
good
it.
board.
Well, it's the best.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So you had 5 out of 6 contracts signed. So you got some contracts signed for dates for 2019.
I do. I got 5 signed contracts for next year.
Awesome. What tracks are you headed to?
Hermiston, Yakima, Wenatchee, Roseburg, Oregon.
Nice. So you have firm dates and all those. Any of them you go to twice?
I think you said Hermiston. I'm sorry, say it again, Mike.
I said Hermiston.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Hermiston, are your dates anywhere near mine?
No, I don't think so.
That's perfect, Donna. Whatever you did there is a lot better.
Dono fixed it.
Dono knows what he's doing. We have to play with this before the show one of these nights. Fantastic, Mike. It's been a great setup there for you with the Northwest Pro 4 Alliance. How long have you had the helm of the series?
I took it over after the 2015 season.
And before that, you were helping Bob Copley out with the series, if I'm not mistaken, weren't you?
Correct.
Right on. So, of course, your champion this year was a new champion. First time that you had a different champion other than somebody named Thompson in a while, wasn't it?
Correct. Actually, we had 2 first-time winners this year as well.
Well, go ahead and tell us about your season.
Season started off at state line. Best in the West shootout. Rick Thompson won that one. Race number 2 was at Hermiston, and Mr. Brad Morrison, the first-time winner, won that one.
Right.
And then we went to Monroe in June, and Rick Thompson won that one.
Sure.
And he got his first tour win there at Winnett. And just so fitting, he got his first Pro 4 win at Winnett.
Well, good deal. Good deal. Yeah, Tom's a nice guy.
Oh, Tom's a great guy. August, he just runs off, just made the ball area.
Mm-hmm.
September 8th, we were in Roseburg, Oregon for my mom's memorial race, and Tom pulled that one out.
Yeah.
And season championship, Brad Morrison had a 1-point lead going into the racing action that night. Rick out-qualified by 1. They were tied going into the heat races. They each won their heat races, so they were tied going into the main event. And Brad Morrison ended up winning the main event and the championship by 8 points.
Wow.
Jeez,
Cool.
that's a tight race.
It is.
Before we continue here, someone texted me, Donna, just to ask and see if your speakerphone is on, possibly. Maybe not.
Nope.
It's not on.
No, I definitely checked that. We're
Okay.
getting a pretty decent little feed out of it. But
It looks good on there. Maybe, I don't know, it's going back out, maybe, is the problem. But yeah, we're hearing you a little bit better there, Mike. I sure appreciate you being patient with us out there on Turn5.live World, Nation, and everybody else being patient at home. When we have call-in guests, it's always hit and miss how we're doing. Your signal's coming all the way down from Ephrata, Washington, so we're trying to make it work. About the series for 2019, any rule changes? Donald, you're making it all buzzy.
hey, I'm doing what I can here. I gotta read.
Are there any rule changes or anything coming for the series?
There's some, nothing major. I haven't really put it out there yet.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Going forward, we're actually going to have a new website. Website that is in the works. Drivers can actually go on and update their own profile, upload their own pictures, and so forth.
Okay, so new website coming. Good deal.
It'll be through My Race Pass, and actually our fans can download the app, follow us, or buy timing via the app.
Oh, cool. Cool. So kind of like your own race monitor for that. That's kind of neat, Mike.
That is fun.
I think, I also think Mike's got something new to announce for 2019.
Speaking of announcing, DJ, you want to step in here?
What is it with you guys stealing my announcers?
I'm here. You just want to go ahead and make the announcement? Go ahead.
Well, me and DJ were talking at Warp Up, and Todd was actually sitting next to me.
Oh, yeah. In a roundabout way, we were talking at Warpa. I wasn't at Warpa, but Todd was at Warpa talking to Mike, and they were chatting it out. And what was the result of that conversation? What was that conversation about, and what was the result of it, Mike?
The conversation was, I asked DJ if he would like to be our traffic controller.
Sweet.
There goes Todd.
Todd's out. Headphones down. He's left the building. That's gonna be so freaking fun.
Yeah. So, remember I was talking about my schedule for next year was
Right.
was
Well, and Mike, at least you're picking up a half decent announcer.
half decent. Yeah. Well,
we like him. We're definitely. I am definitely a fan.
I was actually talking to our driver and media guy Seth about maybe having an announcer. Because what I can make a suggestion was, how about DJ
Nice.
yeah. So no. I was talking about my schedule for next year. It was busy already. It looks like it just got a little bit busier. So
There's only so many weekends in a year.
Yeah. So I guess for now, hopefully Todd's schedule and Mike's schedule doesn't conflict anywhere along the way.
Or overlap. Or
Yeah.
Get them together at the same show would be fun.
I can't wait.
I don't want to be around Todd that much.
No.
Hey,
Lord knows I know.
Thunder Penis, you're working for me in Hermiston twice, right?
Excuse me, I didn't hear you. You were stuttering.
For those of you that don't know, Mike and Marcy are two of my good friends, and they help me out when we go up north. Great friends, good people.
That's
So
a.
you know we'll be there, Todd.
Of course you will. We appreciate you very much, Michael. We got to run. We got a lot of show tonight, but I sure appreciate everything you do for us, and look forward to seeing you here pretty soon. And I'm glad you're feeling better, bud.
Oh, me too. You have a safe trip back east.
I will. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
You
All right,
bet.
Mike. Good talking to you. Bye-bye.
Mike, great guy. Mike and Marcy, fantastic people. They worked very hard for their series, and they've had great success with the series. So that series was kind of left for. It needed a change, and the change occurred, and now it's starting on its way back up. So good for those guys. He is a great guy.
We like to talk about the cyclical nature of series.
Yeah, and I'm hopefully our audio
good.
situation got a little better. He was blowing us through our earphones. What? That sounds terrible. He was blowing up through our. Yes. He was blowing up through our earphones, and we were very loud. So I don't know what goes out, what switch makes stuff go out to them, but that's the ones we need to work on.
Right.
The stuff that was in our ears is fantastic. So the end recap at Meridian Speedway, we were pretty much done, or did we have any more classes to do?
We only did half. I erased the whiteboard because.
No, I think we got them all right.
I'm pretty sure we got everything.
Yeah.
We covered the bombers. I know. I think we did.
The street stocks.
Claimer stocks.
Claimer stocks was the best series of the year. That was the best class.
And that's why
it's worth talking about again, even if we did.
Regardless, I mean, Claimer stocks, ISRL, and Junior Stingers.
Oh yeah.
That was the season right there.
Well, no, there were some pretty damn good King of the Wing events.
Well, there was good races.
Yeah, there were some purple modifieds.
From April to November, those three series were the show.
Yeah, it was a kick in the butt. I tell you that Claimer stock, the rise and overall maturity of Taylor Ochapeni was one that really caught my eye. And I know that his stepdad Brent's listening tonight. Brent, you should be very proud, you and your wife. Kid and Paul should be proud. Marvin, he got up on the wheel. There's nothing wrong with Kendra. She's probably going to make the leap this next year, and they're going to be battling each other.
As competitive as she is, she ain't going to lay it this week.
No, she was right there the whole year.
Yeah,
and she just needed a little bit of luck here and there. Taylor hanging it on the outside and getting his first win out there, passing 4 or 5 cars on the outside was pretty cool. Marvin always makes his seats so close to the steering wheel.
Oh my God, it makes me nervous. You know how close they are.
He's like Bigfoot in there. I mean, he's like,
and he's not a small kid.
Your camera angles. But no, he's not a small kid.
We're just keeping you up for a minute.
Oh, fuck right off. but I'm a big fan of all of them. You know, I've known Marvin and Melissa. Melissa probably since we were 7 or 8 years old. And Marvin, of course, I used to sit in the stands and scream at him. And Melissa was one of the kids that I ran around with, played football with underneath the deal and tag and hide and seek and all that crap. So yeah, we all knew each other.
We're just gonna call it a Todd Cam.
Don't put on a Todd Cam.
It's even named the Todd Cam.
Fuck. But anyway, it's good to see.
We want to get listeners, not scare them.
So Josh Phanopoulos.
Phenopolis,
dude.
Phenopolis.
Anyway, Josh Phanopoulos won the championship, right? Because that was a hotly contested.
Holy crap!
All year
Yes,
long.
he did. Yeah.
I mean, totally Phenopolis, both those Chapentis, newcomer.
When Seaver was running,
Seaver.
Remember the night he blew the rear gear?
Oh my God!
And we saw it coming.
Yeah, for 20 laps.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, the 100 lappers, the 75 lappers, the guys pulling over from freaking Twin.
Oh yeah.
I always want to say Mitchell, but Mitchell.
Pearson,
Ron
Ron McClymans.
and his brother, Jamie. Is it Jamie McClymans?
Oh, Jamie Hyde.
Jamie Hyde.
Yeah.
The whole Hyde family.
Sure.
The guys up from California. Holy shit! I mean, the Claimers had it this year. 2018 was Claimerville.
Yeah, and we got, I think we did talk about this a little bit. We got to really thank a couple of people there. One is the Ochapeni, Artie Weaver family. Also, we got to talk about somebody that's unsung in there, Nick Durbin.
I don't think the Claimers would be where they're at in 2017 without
No.
Durbin being what Durbin does.
And Nick, if you're listening, you probably don't very much, but let's give him the clap because he organized those guys, got them together, helped find parts, and get cars to the racetrack.
No, I've joined the Teleperformance Claimer Stock board, and that kid posts more there than in any other board that I've ever been in. Kid, he's like what, 21 now, 22?
I don't know. He's older, he's like 22.
Been doing it for a while too.
But yeah, he's so active in getting people their parts and getting things that are needed for that class. He is so on it.
And doing car counts for next year already.
Yeah.
Already doing stuff and helping guys get their cars out.
Yeah,
he
it's
does a
so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Building some enthusiasm. So Nick, good job, unsung hero of the week. We got any questions on the old chat board?
Chat board.
Mostly about it's quiet, half volume, all that kind of shit. What we'll probably do with our next guest, Dono, is we'll put it on speakerphone, hold it next to the open mic. We had another extra mic.
Hey.
Something like that. We'll try to figure that out. But I don't know if anybody wants the case of power steering fluid, but gosh, I need some questions asked. We got all kinds of stuff we can talk about schedules
well, how about
and
this? So we basically recapped 3 weeks ago and today some of the stuff. What are the guys who are watching? What are their favorite moments or favorite classes where they were like, oh my god, I have to make it tonight because ISRL is running, because Royal Purple's running. Not just hey the mods or hey like it's race night, but what was it that took you to the track that night? And even for the guys in Twin who are watching, or in Salt Lake who are watching.
Yeah.
What was that thing that you went, fuck no, I'm not missing that. I got to be there for that because that's the show.
Yeah.
Or maybe what would you like to see as well?
Don't get into that.
Well, like any kind of special races, not like rules, but races.
Can we
like,
bring the diesel trucks to Meridian?
I don't know if they. I don't know.
I'm kidding.
I don't know.
You want to do a 150 lap clean race? 200 lap clean race?
No, I think from everything we've watched in the last couple of years with the 7,500 lappers, 100 lappers are really freaking cool.
Yeah.
I think 75 is a little better. Because I don't think the last 25 laps really, other than for Kendra.
I ran a 100-lap Pro 4 race. I was a done cookie at the end of that thing. I was in good shape. This is a long time ago when I was not fat and I was not in good shape. But Kyle, remember?
Yeah, there's there's so many awesome things that happen.
Kyle Latham just posted he loved the fact that it was actually the Pepsi Sprint cars did a few races with the wings on their cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
With our boy 16
Little.
Yeah, Nate Little won one of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nate Little did that, and Rob, Grice, those guys. Yeah, they had some fun.
I look forward, and I know I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. I know the ISRL is going to have a different crate engine package. They've been talking about that.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on there. There's a lot of back and forth on what is a crate engine, what is open with the class. The 602 open, 602 not opened. Years ago, when they started the Pepsi Sprint car class at Meridian Speedway, it was a sealed 602 with a 4412 Holly on it.
Great motor.
Which would have been fine.
Combination.
The powers that be at the time decided that these motors are too good to throw away. It just needs bearings put in it. Let's open them up, put bearings in them, and change the rules.
Oh, yeah,
and it wasn't Adam Nelson. I got to back up. Okay, he was kind of told he had to do this, but there was a couple cars that had to do that, had to have it happen. So they opened up some motors and did some stuff, and I remember a lot of dyno tuning and things like that going on for that class. All of a sudden, that class was going great guns, and it just took a dive. So they started joining up with the ISRL. Great bunch of guys each side.
I love the ISRL.
Yeah, great bunch of guys each way, and now we're where we're at. Spec V8 engine for the ISRL to compete against the 6 cylinders. 6 cylinders are basically wide open.
I want to be a part of that so freaking bad.
And we're going to get to the schedule. Josh is asking me a couple questions about the RPMS, and we're going to get to that. Right now we have 6 scheduled RPMS
6 hard
races.
Couple soft. I have 6 hard.
No, 6 hard. Story of my life. That's all I got. No, but
I think Randy Kerr also can kind of halfway to let us schedule a little bit. Some at Meridian, some at Twin, and 1 or 2 at Hermiston.
he's got 2 at Hermiston.
2, yeah.
Yep. And one thing I'll talk about right now. Are we ready to talk about schedule?
Yeah, we can talk about Warpa. How's Warpa? Tell us about your experience at Warpa.
The 50th anniversary of Warpa was incredible. Great speakers throughout. Very informative. Our group session that Mike, Hunter, myself, who else was in the room with us? My son TJ, Randy Kerr, of course, sitting right next to me. We do our touring series and divisions. Meetings are separate than the promoters, the people that own the racetracks and promote the racetracks. Our meetings go about things that we're doing to better help ourselves. This year we have a treat coming at the end of the year. The Northwest Focus Midgets are coming with, Galen Stewart, and what's her name? Mike, what's her name? Mrs. Stewart, Galen's wife. and she's a sweet lady. She ran the meeting for us.
Yeah.
And they last year did something like 26 shows or something nuts. And they're all the 4-cylinder Focus midgets. And they had, I think their lowest car count was like 24.
I think those midgets are so freaking cool.
Yeah, and they run on dirt and they run on asphalt. And they're going to be here for a 2-day show. I think they're the Saturday night of a 2-day show.
That's one of the ones where you go, gotta be there.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just a neat lady. Mike is trying to remember her name probably right now too and typing it to me. But Darlene, good Lord, I can't remember her name. She's just a nice lady. But anyway, they're coming this year. She was the chair and the MC of our group,
Nice.
and we go around the room. We talk about all kinds of different things. Sometimes it's a yanking each other deal, but we talk about our series, what worked and what didn't work, so we can make each series better. That is our Friday deal, right?
Yeah.
So we do that on Friday. Then we get together after that and we talk with the tracks a bit. We do some, schedule planning and so forth. Then Saturday is the real Warpa, and that's where we're all in one big room and we all hear the speakers and the guests. Us as series, we have an opportunity to go up and talk about our series in front of the group. This year was probably, Mike can correct me if I'm wrong, there was probably 250, maybe 300 people in the room, and they're all racing people. I mean, Bill McAnally and the head guy for sponsorship for Lucas Oil was there, and did a long talk about how to write a proposal to get motorsport sponsorship, which I took good notes, trust me. So Warpa was good. For the most part, we still have some things we're going to be working on as a series. Right now, we have 3 to 4 shows at Meridian Speedway firm. I think 4. I have to look at one for a second. We have 2 shows firm at Hermiston. We don't have anything firm right now at Twin Falls, but we'll work on that. We're in the process of working on that. Until I get back from Indy, it's not even going to be in my mind. There's going to have to be some changes and give and take both ways for it to work, and we both know that. And so we'll get that done, I hope. If not, we may not go back. Don't know. But we hope to. There's at least 5 other tracks that have approached us and want us to come race. So there's opportunities for us to go elsewhere. Labor Day weekend, you guys with the RPMS, the truck series, maybe if you have a sprint car in your backyard or in your garage or in your shop, plan for a busy weekend. For those 3 series, because we will be traveling together, it looks like, at this point.
It's gonna be so freaking cool.
Yeah, at this point it looks like we'll be there. Of course, everything's subject to change, and I'm not trying to queer anything before it happens, but Greg Walden and the group at Hermiston and Adam Nelson here at Meridian Speedway have come together for maybe a 2-day over Labor Day weekend. The same cars running both track, back and forth. A Saturday at Hermiston and a Sunday here at Meridian. So that will be great. I love traveling with my friend Randy Kerr and the truck series because I like watching them. I hate missing a truck race. So
the trucks are the ones who I go, I gotta be at the track. I'm sorry, I understand your mom's getting married. I gotta
go watch trucks. I can't let any more out about this than what I'm going to say, so don't even quiz me on it because I'll just be mum. But there are huge things happening for the truck series this year, and I'm very proud of that series. Very proud of Randy. So good for them. What else happened on Warpa? Shoot. Of course, with Rocky Mountain Raceways there, we didn't have any representation from State Line Speedway. There was no representation.
We got it.
It's only 2 beers, guys. 2 beers. There's no representation. There was no representation for Pocatello.
Really?
No.
You didn't show up at all?
No.
Damn,
They haven't for
fucking love Pocatello.
3-4 years. I've never seen Pocatello there.
They showed up last year. I was there last year. They showed up last year. I didn't think they showed up last year.
They were invited. Why would we need to do that? That's what they said. State Line, I was surprised because Jeremy told me he was going to come. There might have been somebody in the room from State Line, but he wasn't there. But he'll be down the road, I'm sure. But we have an opportunity to go race there, of course. But Roseburg Speedways offered us dates. We've been offered dates from Mission Valley Speedway in Montana, which is interesting. We've been offered dates, of course, all the guys know this, for Denver.
That's far away.
Yeah, for everybody.
Yeah.
So is Roseburg.
Yeah.
Mission Valley, there's no other cars up there. At least Roseburg, we got some of their cars. You know, we got 8 to 10 of those. Isaac Watson is a good dude, and he wants us to come over, and Dave and the guys over there.
Denver's got some
Mission
cars.
Valley Super Oval, as they've been rebranded this year. They got some good cars up there, though.
Mission Valley?
Mm-hmm.
They got 4 or 5 mods, yeah.
I mean, just as a track.
Yep.
Got some good running cars up there.
Yeah, you just gotta, the whole thing needs to make sense for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And the dates need to make sense. If you do a show like that, you have to have 2 weekends open after and 2 weekends before. To give everybody a chance to recoup their money and get to the next show. Because if you don't, if we throw a show right on top of another big show, and there's going to be some guys hurt some stuff or can't afford it or whatever, and the second show is going to get gypped. So those promoters are like, we need all the cars. I mean, can you get me all the cars? If you can't get me all the cars, it doesn't pencil.
It's going to have the right windows.
Yes, and don't forget, when you do a promoter, when
You, well,
first you
smile,
gotta be
bitch.
well lubed. No, royal purple synthetic's perfect. But no, you got to really watch how you set it up to make certain that one, your guys are gonna have fun doing it, because you're really a representative from all those guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how it went for Randy. I don't know how it went for Mike. Bob Bachman from the ISRL didn't go this year. Neither did anybody from a Wing Sprint Car Tour. I didn't see anybody from the NSRA there. So
Is there still a lot of people there though? I mean,
oh yeah,
yeah.
sure. All the track guys and stuff come. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of folks there. It was just weird not having Rocky Mountain Raceways or somebody like
Yeah.
that there. But I didn't see anybody from Yakima either, which was kind of odd. But Steve Beitler and all the group from Skagit and Elma and all those guys were there. Grace Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
All those guys were there. Got a couple questions out there. Josh Jackson wants to know what performance oil on the market. What's the best performance oil on the market, in my opinion? Let's see. Probably Royal Purple. XPR Royal Purple is the top brand. Billy Ship, I have a suggestion for future shows. Address the cost effectiveness. I can't talk.
You could do
Effectiveness
it.
of running each class.
Todd, shut off.
From I know. Thank you. From cost to obtain, building, running each week, payout, selling the car after you're done with it.
Yeah.
That's a great show. That's a
No,
whole
that's a-
2-hour show.
That's like, it's a winter series right there.
And I'd like to hear the viewpoint from the owner of each car. I've
Yeah.
owned a few. You've owned
Yeah.
a few. You've owned a few.
Yeah. And I'm building a whole new car. A different car.
Yeah, you're gonna go V6 front wheel drive, Claimer stock.
I'm gonna go take on Sam Newcomer, Patrick Tolley,
Yeah, enjoy.
Josh Jackson,
Taylor Ochapin.
No, Josh Jackson.
You ran it before. That's
Dude, if I can run against, and that's the thing, that class is so freaking cool. If I can go in there and compete with those guys, I don't want to threaten to win, because fuck, no, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, no, if I can build a V6 front wheel drive and be able to handle with those guys, that's a dream come true. I mean, literally, there's like fantasy land, and I'm heading there. Yeah.
Another question from Jeremy White. Todd, have you heard anything from State Line? I might have missed it, but you talked about, they're revamping the track. Absolutely they are. I heard they bought a lot from RMR. They bought everything.
Do they?
The State Line Group, which is the owner of all the Auto Source car dealerships,
Really?
if you're familiar.
Yeah.
That's who owns them. And he didn't know anything about racetracks, but that was a piece of land that he bought to put a car lot on. So it's actually a car lot up in Post Falls.
Nice.
The racetrack is during the week, and it's a racetrack on weekends. But they bought everything
Oh, shit.
from Rocky Mountain Raceways. They bought all the stands and everything.
How many hours is that from here, State Line?
6 hours?
6.5.
Okay.
6.
All right.
6.
Depends on the direction you head
Yeah.
and what time
Depends
of year
on
you
how
head.
you're towing.
Yeah.
If you're towing a trailer, you got to go up freeway through Tri-Cities. If you're going to, if I was taking a hot rod up there, or
Take the mountain
something
road.
fancy, I'd go straight up Lewiston
Yeah.
and get up there. Just
But
depends.
it works at about the same time.
Gotcha.
I've taken both. It's faster to take the freeway, but it's boring as fuck. Take the mountain roads. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
But don't haul a race car that way.
No.
Bad idea.
Nope. Nope. Got to go through McCall and all that. So it's a little bit of a drive. We have been to State Line before. Had a great run up there.
I am going to run State Line at some point in the mid stop.
Yeah.
It'll happen
Yeah.
on a Wednesday night.
So I think we're probably ready for our second guest.
Oh yeah. We're about there. Has anybody at all chimed in on their favorite race race series,
seen
race
anything yet.
whatever. Do we?
Yeah,
Are we talking to ourselves here, people?
Yeah, go ahead and chime in. What was your favorite race moment of 2018?
We're not ready.
We're not ready.
It's going to be a little bit
Okay.
ready for that.
You let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
I don't know if I have.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so chime in and let us know what your favorite race moment was, whether it was at Meridian Speedway or any of the tracks.
Artie's talking to us. Artie, tell us your favorite race. Start us off.
The one that Melissa won.
The one.
The 5 that Melissa won. I don't know.
I do want to apologize to the two of you. I just ripped a nasty one.
I'll be at State Line next year.
I will tell you, my favorite race that I watched this year, because it's easy for me to recall, again, was the specific race was Jackson and Colton. I think that was just funner than hell to watch.
Mm-hmm.
The second to last Junior Stinger night, when all the guys came up from Twin, when there were 16 Junior Stingers, the Super Stocks ran with the 100-lapper.
Mm-hmm.
That night as a show was just an unbelievably good show.
Mm-hmm. It was, that was Trunk or Treat, right?
Yes.
Yes, in Trunk or Treat's when Luke got wrecked and we had Miranda, all that happened.
Yeah.
Bad wrecks. Without a doubt, my favorite night was easy. It was the second night of King of the Wing.
That was a good night.
Colton passing, Matt Hine on the last
I
corner.
hate that Manny was losing it and we left early. We left at the
Yeah,
right when they were blowing out.
you had already been talking about it
Yeah.
because it was an incredible night. We made each
Yep, it was.
all the way through.
That was my favorite night of the year until the race that I saw in person, the 70th running of the Turkey Night Grand Prix between Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell.
And Brent already says Taylor's first main event win, which we already commented on.
Oh,
It was
geez.
fantastic race.
Yep.
Oh, amazing.
The Claimers mid-season, the whole thing, and then Colton's 2 King of the Wing wins back-to-back was pretty cool. Jeremy White says his favorite moment is actually coming up to Meridian for the first time with the modifieds when the King of the Wing was there. Awesome open wheel night. All promoters and track officials welcomed us, helping him grow. Absolutely. We parked up the dirt and we had
That was
37 wings in the pits,
man.
and
Yep.
that was
That
pretty
was-
cool.
And then they killed Tucker.
Yeah, night you killed Tucker. The weekend you killed Tucker.
Yeah,
You killed him
yeah.
Friday night.
But trying to
Friday at 3:05, 3:03
but
p.m.
trying to snake big wide modifieds through that pit area
Oh my God, that
was a
nuts.
challenge. We did it.
We did.
We did it.
Yeah.
Trying to get everyone
Man.
teched, scaled, taking care of for the mains. Oh, that was
Getting
stage
staged for the main event. The very last car was actually on the scales.
Sitting waiting to pull out. Yeah. And thank you guys so much for all that.
Oh, it was.
You guys
It's
made
so
me
much
look
fun.
great, and I know we had a fun
It ain't
time.
hard to make you look good.
I need help. So
At least make you look better.
Yeah. Kick in the butt. My favorite moment at the racetrack this year. It wasn't a race night.
No.
When we had Dave Ward Sr.'s funeral there.
Yeah.
That was a pretty big deal. So
Friday
that
night.
seeing those folks all coming together, the family getting back together, and
Mhm.
it was a terrible situation that David passed, but getting that whole Wirtz family, seeing them all there, and all his friends and everything was pretty neat. Josh Jackson says his favorite race night was his second main racing with Strobel for the win. I wasn't evidently there for that, so I didn't see it, but congratulations. Yeah, that was probably a blast.
Yeah.
You know?
Anytime you get to run against, again, one of the people who in their class, when you can run with them,
Mhm.
you know you're doing good.
Yeah.
And anytime you can run with Strobel,
Yeah.
and if you can work them, oh man.
There's going to be some changes for the Pit Stop USA modifieds.
Yeah.
I'm speaking with Dan and speaking with Adam. They're going to be running the 12-inch tire
Yes.
and up to 15-inch rim or some dang thing. So they're going to be huge. The tire, they're going to have a tire rule. How it works, they're going to have 6 allocated. They found a tire that repeats well. It's an American Racer. They're going to look great. There's not going to be all these different allowable combinations of modifieds. It's either going to be a Meridian mod or it's not.
Simplification.
Yes, and he wants there to be some definition between what we're doing with our RPMS and what Meridian's doing. We think there's plenty of room for both, and it's been great working with Adam and Dan on that. real constructive and fun. So, there is plenty of room for both. I hope, we've always said this, and those of you that know me well will know that I've always thought that the B mods at Meridian, what we call B mods, right now the pit stop mods, we hope that they were going great guns. It's a great feeder series for us. We still feel that way. I still feel it's a feeder series. Some people think, oh, I don't know if it's a feeder series, about equal. Well, no, it's not. No, I mean, let's go on and put them on even tires and let's go see. And the drivers are good in pit stop mods, but they're not the same series. They are a lot different cars. With that big wheel and tire combination, the question that first comes to my mind, and maybe some car builders that are out there, Josh or Jeremy, your crew chief, some of the other guys, what are we going to do with hubs on these things? Is this going to stress those front hubs?
I kind of thought about that, because I'm an idiot. I'm a four-wheel drive base stock guy. But when you go to something that big, what's that going to do to your geometry setup?
Yeah.
What's the stress levels
Yeah.
going to be?
Kind of changes things up a little
Yeah,
bit.
I mean, you got to stock, those cars are required, they don't run the safety hubs that we have, right? Not all our guys have the safety hubs. I know that Latham's just went to it, and of course, I know Redbone has them now. The long story there, but
I did get
and a
messages
DQ and
of Yee working on their cars tonight.
yeah.
But if you've seen those.
But go ahead and read what Mike Davis said. I got to check my phone. I get a lot of updates.
Davis says message retracted.
Well, he did say a huge moment for me was winning and Dave Jr.'s car. Right
Oh
before
gosh,
the
yeah,
others.
man.
Yeah.
Davis had a hell of a year.
Yeah.
Running. Give me 20 minutes, bro. Oh, hold on. This is our next guest message again. Hold on one moment. Oh, it's an iPhone. I don't know if I can work this thing.
What did you do?
I don't know.
You're not going to use my phone either.
No, I got my phone. I already got.
All you need to do is
don't touch me.
That's the phone number. That's
Right.
all you need to do.
I've got his phone number.
Fucking some people's fucking kids.
Dude, we exchange warnings all the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully, are you going to hold this up to the microphone so it'll be better?
I don't know.
Well, why don't you try that?
We'll try both.
Because what we did wasn't working.
We'll do it again.
Mm.
Second verse, same as the first.
Okay. So, Willie, we're calling you right now, bud.
Oh, are we? He said 20 minutes.
Oh, he said ready now, dumbass.
It doesn't say dumbass. It says burp.
No, I said dumbass.
Oh. Boom. Late using phone. Always.
Pretty cool deal. Willie Dalton, those of you that know him, know our affinity for Willie runs deep. He's one of the nicest men you'll ever meet.
I think this one works better.
He's still calling.
Willie.
Hold on, Willie. Hold
Hang on, Willie. We got Donovan
Damn
issues.
it, Willie. You there, Willie?
Sure, I'm here.
Oh my God, he's here.
Hi, Willie. How are you, bud?
How goes it, guys?
It goes well. You're here with DJ, Dono, and I. We appreciate you very much for joining us here on Turn 5 Live. I do have to introduce you to the crowd, though. We have a bunch of folks listening tonight. This is the 2018 Super Stock Champion in Magic Valley Speedway and Track Champion, NASCAR Track Champion, Willie the Outlaw Dalton. Welcome, Willie.
Hi, how's it going?
Good Lord,
So-
dude, you are coming in loud and clear.
Okay, so let's. I've already got some text messages here. Can everybody hear Willie out there that's listening right now? How's he coming in?
Yes.
Chime
Give
in right
us
now.
a big thumb, a little thumb.
Willie, talk, Willie.
Oh, Jeremy White is writing a novel on our fucking.
I know, he does. He's drunk. I love him. Willie, keep talking. Everybody else shut up.
Who's writing a novel?
Jeremy White of the Team Redbone from Salt Lake.
Jeremy's my man. Leave him alone.
He's still quiet.
Still quiet.
Fuck.
It's not our ears, bud. It's their ears. Oh, see if we can hold him up to the mic.
All right, we're gonna go old school style there with you, Willie. Take that. All right,
Say
try
I'm
that.
quiet.
Oh, sorry. Here we go. Try that.
Willie,
Is that better?
I have no fucking clue.
ask them.
He's on the speaker.
You have no clue?
No. I'm at a loss.
Well, hold it up to the mic there and keep talking, and we'll get some feedback from the next ones. Hopefully, we'll get somebody who knows. Kyle, is it any better? Willie, talk.
Okay. Is that better?
Willie, where the hell are you at?
Where am I at? I'm in my house, the Twin.
You're in Twin Falls, Idaho.
How fast can you get here?
Willie, I've got a refrigerator and a kegerator all with beer. When can you be here?
It would take me a few hours.
It's better.
It's better.
Good deal. Willie, thank you very much for joining us now on Turn 5 Live. Hell of a season, my friend. You know, when we were watching, when we weren't there, we were always watching Race Monitor and seeing how Willie was doing. And, you know, it seemed like you rattled off a streak of maybe 7 or 8 wins in a row, did you not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, we went, I think we were there for, I think we went, I know for sure we had 2 double mains back to back in 2 weeks, and I won all 4 of those races back to back.
Wow.
Does
Pretty
that ever
good
get
night.
old? Just like winning all the time?
No, because I never knew from weekend to weekend if I was actually going to get it. Some of the weekends they just kind of left the holes open for me, and I just kind of took it. Other weekends it wasn't quite as easy as it might have seemed from the standpoint of view.
Who was your biggest competitor this year on the track?
Mitch Pearson and Dan Pearson.
As it should be. Ron McClymonds, anybody else in there running with you hard?
Ron McClymonds would run me hard once in a while after they finally got their car figured out. It took they got Dale Miles come in and help them set it up. He got their car running really good toward the end of the season.
Yeah.
I couldn't catch him the last 2 weeks we raced. I couldn't get around him. I got around everybody else, but I couldn't get around Ron.
You know, it was kind of interesting. Those
That's because he had Dale Miles helping him set the car up, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
really cool.
Dale knows what he's doing. Those of us that kind of know the inside scoop there, after you were winning all those races, the track decided that they were going to have you teched really thoroughly and actually have your old 602 dynoed. How'd that go?
Yeah, after I won the second double mains in a row, the track wanted the motor dynoed to make sure that it was legal, and it came back pumped less than what it was supposed to pump as far as what it would say from the factory. I think it came back instead of pump like an 8.3 or an 8.4, and it should have pumped like a 9.1.
Yeah, so it's
You're like,
actually
I'm
worse.
grossly underpowered.
Yeah,
And how many years has that 602 ran?
that 602 has 12 years on it as far as I know.
So it could use a little refreshing.
Can't
Yeah,
throw it
you
away.
probably use a wake-up call.
Yeah,
Right.
So that goes a long ways to saying what skill you had with that Camaro. And I know that you have a lot of folks that have helped you out, and
Oh yeah.
and making it fun for you. Talk about your family and talk about your sponsors if you could.
Yeah, my family, when I started this, all my kids were little. I got my son into it when he was 12. We started racing junior stingers, and he finally, when he was about 16, he was in the same class, basically the same car, and won his first championship in what was back then the street stocks, and basically the same style of car, with pretty much the same crew guys that I have, which was Rod Star. Bill Stanley came on this year and helped the team out. My nephews, Justice Coates, Nick Coates, they're always a big help.
Yeah, Justice
And then,
is
of
always
course,
a big
my
one.
daughters showed me to me because they've always been there. And then this year we added in my girlfriend. So
Woohoo!
it was all kind of a group thing. I didn't do this on my own because there is no I in team, and I made sure they all knew that every weekend that it wasn't just me. I'm the one that got to drive the car, but everybody else helped get it to where it needed to be.
You're just the nut behind the wheel.
It was kind of a dream season there, Willie. It was perfect timing to have one too when the track decided that the Super Stocks were going to be the NASCAR Division I representative for Magic Valley Speedway. So big honors coming down next weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina for the Outlaw.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun trip. I owe a lot of thanks to a lot of people to help me to be able to go to that. And we leave Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock from Salt Lake, and we'll be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Come back on Saturday.
Yeah, that's going to be a kick in the butt. And there's no screwing around either. You're also staying at the West Inn, so you get all the tuxedo stuff. You're there with all the brass and everything from the NASCAR group, and nobody deserves it more than the Outlaw. That's pretty cool. One for the little guy.
And
It was a fun season.
we do mean little because Dalton is a slight feller.
I wouldn't mess with him. He's scrappy. Hey, Willie, you also got to run the modified a bunch there at the racetrack this year, and I know that was a kick in the butt.
It was kind of hectic once in a while when we go from one car to the next, but I'd done it before, so I was like, I can do it again. Racing the modified and just the local class, and then with the Royal Purple Series, it really kept me busy, but at the same time, it was a lot of fun.
Sure, a lot of fun there. Where did you end up in the modified points?
For the local modifieds, I ended up third for the season.
Well,
Nice.
good. So
Great job.
Great job.
Yeah.
So you had a pretty damn good year.
Pretty good year to be the Willie.
And you know, the World Pro Modified race we had there at the end of the year, Willie was actually in contention there near the end of the race to possibly win that race.
Yeah, so between you and Scott.
Yeah.
And what did you run, third? Fourth?
Yeah, I finished third or fourth in that race.
Yeah, right in there. And it was a good show. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Entertaining,
Yeah, unfortunately, we tore the crap out of a whole bunch of cars, and the
Oh,
official had a meltdown. The head guy that runs that thing was yelling at people.
What a dipshit. Man, if they had a half decent head of that race series, that would have been a good show.
That's enough.
I can't wait for the Dawn of the Running show.
It's coming.
Yeah,
That
that's
race
right.
was definitely killer on the back and the butt, so to speak, because by like lap 50, I'm like, okay, guys, I've been in cars all night long, I'm ready to get out.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, some great news. Adam Nelson chimed in here. Willie, you'll like this too. Magic Valley Speedway Streets and Meridian Speedway Streets will be Division III NASCAR this for 2019.
Nice.
So a Division III national championship is quite possible, and actually a neat thing to run for here in the state of Idaho, in the Gem State. So that'd be kind of neat. We may even see somebody running up there for a national championship right here out of Idaho. Division
Yeah, we're
III.
planning to run the Camaro again next year. I think there's some some of the cars from down there with you guys are supposed to come up and race with us once in a while. So we kind of had the rules meeting. We're kind of trying to make it so the cars from your guys' track down there and anybody from Salt Lake that comes up wants that can race.
Oh, that'd be
Everybody
so
can
freaking
conform to the
cool.
rules. So we're gonna run the Camaro again next year to see if we can kind of defend the title, so to speak, and then also planning to run the modified a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Nice. So there was a question earlier, would we see the Outlaw in a Royal Purple Modified Series race this year? And I think that answer is yes. In 2019, so that's good. You know,
Yeah.
you're one of my best buds, so having you around makes my whole series better and makes the show better. So it's funner for me when you're
It was a
there.
lot of fun when I ran it back in 16. I had a blast. I mean, when we went to state line, that was a lot of fun. That was actually where I won my first heat race in the modified.
Yes,
was
you
at the
did.
state line. So,
You got a good sponsor from winning that heat race, remember? You had a really good
that was
sponsor.
an awesome sponsor. I wish he would have stayed on board, but I mean, he wanted to go a different way, so that was cool. I understood it completely. But my sponsors from down here this year, Commercial Tire on Pole Line, the Log Tavern, Babel's Cleaners, O'Reilly Auto Parts. They're all going to be on with me next year, so we'll see who else we can't pick up over the course of the winter and beginning of next season.
Yeah, well, good for you, Willie. It's one of the best stories to come out of 2018 was you kicking butt down there and having fun. And my friend Mitch and the Pearson boys and everybody else down there, I'm glad they had fun too. I root for the Outlaw a little bit more than the others, but nothing wrong with those guys. They're good folks. And I know that you have some good friends down there too. Can't wait to see you running up front again in the modified series for 2019 and hopefully repeating this deal with this maybe a Division III national championship run.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, we kind of had an oops with the modified about mid-season, so I got to fix that. And then we're gonna freshen the motor up a little bit and give it a little bit more of a pop, just so that it has a little bit more contention power, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, good deal.
But I definitely owe everybody that helped with that car to get it, so I could get it, and then to help keep it on the track. I owe everybody a big thank you on that deal.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome. And let's look at Charlotte next weekend. Are you excited? The girls excited to go with you?
Oh yeah, we're really excited. We're hoping to go look at some stuff while we're down there.
Nice.
I know the NASCAR Hall of Fame's down there, and there's some other shops down there that I want to try to go see. And my daughter was excited. None of us have ever been on an airplane before, so that'll be kind of an interesting trip.
Oh yeah.
And then one thing I forgot, I should probably send you. I got a whole bunch of Southwest drink coupons I should have sent you. I'll see if I can't get them in the mail to you.
Make that a good flight.
Well, I can't drink because I'm working.
Well, yeah. Hey, he's got a long flight ahead of him.
Send video and stuff back so everybody here that doesn't always get to see that kind of stuff will get a chance to see it.
Yeah, go Facebook Live when you're in there, something like that.
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just make certain that we talk before you leave, so I can make certain you got everything you need. And if you need anything else, I can always help you there.
Cool. Yeah, I'll get a hold of you on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We'll talk on Tuesday, and I actually have a couple airline questions for you that I will ask you on Tuesday, just so I know kind of what to expect in certain areas.
Yeah, that's okay. You'll be fine. It's easier.
Turbulence
It's
is normal.
easier. It's easier than taking a taxi across town. Believe me. But they won't let you make a mistake because it's
Don't
all
take your
regulated.
guns. Don't take your knives.
Yeah.
Take advantage of the drink card every time it comes by.
I gotta say thanks to Eric Reed too. We're gonna park our car we're driving up to Salt Lake. We're gonna park it at his yard and then
Nice.
catch a ride over to the airport from there, so we don't have to worry about paying for parking at the airport.
Sweet.
So that'll save me a little bit.
Yep, Al and Eric and Jeremy's right down the street. They're nice folks, and Cody and everybody there at Redbone.
Them kids down there are pretty cool.
I was
Even though they're from Salt Lake, they're still all right.
Tuesday. I had lunch with Eric. They're in his office, so absolutely, you'll find it's real easy to get to. And Willie, from your friends up here in Boise, we're very proud that you're our buddy. We're very proud that you won that down there, and we're very excited to send you across the country and represent us over in Charlotte. And
I appreciate it very much.
you betcha. And anything else you guys have for Willie?
I don't.
No, I tell you what, Willie, the half dozen times I was out there working for Eddie this year, that super stock class is probably the most entertaining class out of all of them. Would you happen to agree? Out of all the classes,
Oh yeah, that was out of all the classes out there this year, the super stock class was probably the most competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Magic Valley Super Stocks, Meridian Speedway Street Stocks. Man, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Pretty much the same class.
Yeah.
Claim-
And,
Should-
I
good to be
don't
straight.
see it being any different next year with some of the changes that they're going to do for 2019. So I figure it'll be an even bigger dogfight, so to speak, for getting wins, and it's not going to be anywhere near a walk in the park. I mean, it wasn't a walk in the park this year, but it's going to be a little bit harder next year with a lot of the changes that they're going to do.
Yeah, now you got the big old target on the back. So
Yeah, you're the guy to beat now, Willie. Hey, man, I appreciate you very much. You did a great job on the interview tonight, and have a blast down there. Make sure the kids have some fun, and I'll be talking to you pretty soon.
Cool, man. Thanks. You guys have a good night. Thanks for having me on here.
Awesome. Thank you, Willie.
love you, Willie.
All right, Willie.
Love you, Willie.
Thanks a lot.
See you, buddy. Bye. Well, that didn't suck.
Nah, not at all.
I love Willie.
Not that
That's
Mike
all I-
sucked either.
No, mine's great, but we just couldn't hear him because you screwed up
What's
there
that?
somehow. Exactly. But that's awesome. That's good for Willie. Good for Brian Wharf and our group that's going from. Hopefully, Brian's going. Adam, is Brian going? And by the way, her name is Carla Stewart, the lady with the Focus Midgets. They're fantastic folks. Good people. They.
If they bring all this focus up here and they get that 18, 22, 25, whatever they can bring up, oh my God, that's going to be such a
I'm
good show.
thinking that the Utah group probably is the same car,
Yeah.
I would think so.
so you should have 7 from them.
Yeah.
Maybe even since the Focus Midgets are having a big event here.
Mhm.
Maybe even some guys from down south or something come up. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh my God, I love watching YouTube videos of the Focus Midgets, and when they put on a show, those guys are.
Have you seen them on the dirt at Skagit and at Elma? And
Yes.
all that? Yeah. Okay.
No,
You've
those,
seen what I'm talking about.
those midgets are freaking
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Oh, yeah.
And I love them on asphalt.
They run hard.
And I love.
Yeah.
They ran
our
Wenatchee
track.
this year.
Well, see, but that's what I love about Meridian. It's tight, it's flat,
Mhm.
and it's a good driver's track. What?
Oh, I can't say, but I just got mind. Never mind.
But on top of that, I think
Tight,
Meridian-
flat.
Yeah, Meridian is.
like my prom date.
I've always said,
Okay.
5th mile tracks, quarter mile tracks are good sized tracks for midgets.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when they get on the when they get bigger than like twin,
bigger than 3/8.
it's just.
Some of the midget races that we've had at Meridian in the past, back in the day when the WMSRA and those guys used to come here, we had some great midget races. The Starks,
It's
Randy.
power to
Randy
weight
Ransom.
and wheelbase. They're great show.
Yeah.
So I love what they are. I love what they do, and I would love. I think the last handful of times they've been coming out, the last 2-3 years, they've only had 7-8 cars show up.
Yeah.
So
I'll give you a real quick example. Not Focus Midgets, but the USEC National Midget Series, when they ran their Turkey Night at Parasauda Speedway, which is a big half-mile track, the final time they ran it there, their car count was like maybe 20 cars.
Mhm.
When they brought it to Ventura, which is a 5th mile track, their car count started going up. They
Yeah.
had 67 midgets this year. The complaint was that Paris was too big for midget racing.
Yeah.
And once they got it back to the smaller tracks, that's when
Right.
people started coming out.
Well, Belleville, Illinois. It is probably too big for them. It's wide, but it's not really.
Well, scary. It's scary as well. Belleville's really scary. And so after that last incident,
Oh, yeah.
that was it. So
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 there's
anyway.
there's a lot of A lot of those short tracks. I mean, the Chili Bowl. Yeah, just watching those guys, and to me, it reminds me of a really good outlaw kart race. When you have good outlaw kart racing, when they don't all run over each other, and you have to push start them and 10 don't fire. When you have
1, 2, 3 green flag laps and then pacing. And then
you
1, 2,
can't have
3.
that. I mean, when a really good outlaw kart race, when it's going good, you can take. There was one point my son used to bring this up. You could take the top 15 outlaw kart drivers in Boise area way back, talking 10 years ago. Stick them all on a racetrack like over at Caldwell. You'd never have a yellow.
Right.
Because they'd catch the cars. You know, they'd move each other and catch the cars, but nobody just spin out just because they're dumb. Overdrive the thing and spin out.
Yeah.
And when we saw that at Topher, when it'd get running, you'd go 30 laps green, white, checkered. So I think that the Chili Bowl, the main event, the Chili Bowl, doesn't have many yellows.
Right.
But all the support races do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And Brent echoes that. The midgets were great back in the day. Sure. Yeah, way back, Ray Ransom and Randy Talsma and Jake Spoor, and then we went into the Starks family and Dennis Kitts and all that group from up in the WMRA guys, and they were fast, all over the place. Those guys were, fun.
Love midgets.
Yeah,
Love midgets.
I've only ever watched them on YouTube. The few times they run at Meridian and Twin, car counts are just kind of weak. So you don't get that excitement of the show. And of course, I watch most of the YouTube midgets on dirt. And I try to get as many as I can on the asphalt. I remember the one night I was watching with you on the indoor, midgets? On like the flat concrete?
Oh.
No, it's like an indoor thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're midgets or if they're one size smaller. Those are just amazing.
Fort Wayne, they have an indoor race on their asphalt, on their concrete floors.
But it was like it was almost like watching ice racing on this surface. It was just
You want me to blow you away? The Copper Classic, they had midgets on them. That'd take like 2 seconds. Next.
And done.
Next.
Yeah.
But they ran the midgets on the mile at the Copper Classic.
Yeah.
And yes,
Yeah,
and they'd
they-
start 40 of them, and it looked like a swarm of bees coming down the front.
And on that track they were able to draft
Yeah.
Oh, good
quite a
time.
bit. Quite a
The
bit.
best
Well,
race,
yeah,
the
at the
best
big
race,
track.
the
Yeah.
best race every year was the midget race because it was 25 laps and usually went green, white, checkered. The best race in the history of that racetrack, in my mind, was Davey Hamilton and the before-mentioned Billy Boat.
Yeah.
Drafting in the Sefchek midget. Yeah, Sefchek actually had a midget one time. David was driving it, and they'd swapped the lead 7 times, drafting down the back chute. And they'd go by each other, and they were pulling away, leapfrogging.
Nice. Just
Remember what we do in iRacing? We leapfrog each other and pull away. You know, let the other guy lead them. You lead them. They pulled away. The last corner of the last lap, David was in second down the back chute and didn't get all the way to him. So what he did was he pitched it sideways up in 3 and 4 and actually dirt tracked the midget on the mile, and tried to get up underneath Boat. When he did that, he lost the car a little bit, came back across the track, and went up and hit the wall. And he was stuck in the wall. He just kept it up in the wall. Behind him, there a little bit of a melee occurred. But he ended up running second, and I remember him getting out of the midget, walking over in the victory lane, shaking Boat's hands, and that was fun. Those two guys went from there, and the next 2 years were both in Indy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and people standing up clapping, going, "Oh my God, what a race!" You know, and it was great.
Yeah, midgets always put on a
Great
show.
race. David hopped in the super modified the next race after that. You know, half an hour later, went from the back to the front and won the super modified race because he didn't get to qualify. He won the modified race going away.
Yeah.
I love it when there are people who are just so freaking gifted.
Oh yeah.
I just jump in
Christopher
the next
Bell's.
car and I'll just win this one. But then, I'm going to fly
Yeah.
across country. I'll jump in a car I've never seen before, and I guess I'll win in that one too.
You know, those guys tend to get a lot of the best equipment too. But your Christopher Bell,
Right.
how are you going to beat him right now? He's not going to make a mistake.
No.
No.
And
And watching the videos from this whole week, oh my God, that guy can freaking wheel.
Oh.
And he's patient, and he knows how to make that move work.
And you can jump in an Xfinity car the next
Right.
day and win as
What-
well.
yep. Crazy thing is, all those guys, as soon as they got done with Gateway, they all hopped on a 747 and went to New Zealand. They're all going to be running midgets
Yeah,
in
down
Australia and New Zealand through Christmas.
Are they going to run the other direction now?
Yeah, they have to turn right.
They've got an indoor dirt race in Decoyne, Illinois, and then that's when the Chili Bowl happens.
2 weeks after.
Yeah.
First you have what's the prelim race before the Chili Bowl with the 600s and stuff? 1200.
Well, the Copper Classic in Phoenix is going to be right before the Chula as well. In January.
I'm excited for the
January.
Copper Classic.
So, I might
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
look at it. I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
I've had my days. I have my days at the Copper Classic as well. I missed that event, so kind of sort of.
Are they gonna
so.
have a stock car and all that? So stock car, silver crown, and
The
sprint
whole-
car. What
the
is
whole
it?
It's
proper
God, what did they say? Some kind of sprint car division's gonna be out there.
Okay.
Sprint car, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in depth.
Silver
midgets.
crown, I think.
I don't know.
I think they're going back to the Silver Crown.
Well, they've been running the silver crown cars here for a couple of years with the Indy cars.
Yeah, the latest word I got was some kind of a sprint car class, which
Cool.
I don't know. That could be.
Full wings on them. Fuck.
And yeah. And was the Canyon East race or the Canyon West race on that schedule as well? I don't know. I can't remember.
I hate to dirty it up doing that.
A couple of stock car classes and a couple of
Yeah, let's
open
not put
wheel
it down around
classes.
the day.
And then show up.
Well, they're good on a small track.
Yeah.
Are they?
I think a big late model race, the old NASCAR Southwest Tour races there they were a lot of wrecks. But there were some good races. Eddie McKean's won 2 of them.
Yeah, and I guess news out of Vegas, Canyon West and the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars are going to be sharing the same night.
Same night on
Is
the
it
dirt.
the same night on the dirt in
Really?
Vegas, coming up in February.
I think
March,
they ought to run,
February, March.
they ought to run Friday night on the dirt and run Saturday night on the pavement, both
Right.
series.
Mhm.
I know the World of Outlaws has ran on pavement before.
Yeah,
And Doug Wolfgang,
he'll tell you all about it.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God, we go way back.
I
Doug
do.
Wolfgang actually put it in a tire and damn near burned to death on asphalt.
Kansas City, Missouri, I think it was. Or,
Something weird. It had a big tractor tire. That's all I remember
Yeah.
coming out turn 4 and he hit it. And
World of Outlaws had an indoor race one time too as well. Did you know that?
we're happy.
Really?
Long time, down in Florida somewhere,
Yeah.
1991, 92 or something like that.
Wow.
Jesus. I would not want to see one of those guys on the
One,
inside.
the first and last time they ever had one. It was
I guess if they're like in the Superdome or something, and the track's big enough.
Somebody paid him a lot of money.
Right.
Well, we're 1 minute over. Did we have a full show or do we need more show?
I don't know. What else do we got?
Did we talk enough about schedule?
So
So it's too early to talk schedules. We get.
we don't have
This is
anything-
bullshit. I got to say something. Back in the day, we waited for the track to put the schedule out. It
right,
came out.
like March.
No, it came out at the car show,
Right.
and that was fine.
Maybe if we're
I got people calling me up. I can't stand for recitals this day in June, and I got people
I
calling me
don't
up.
care.
Family reunion on August 13th. Don't schedule anything, and I'm like, oh no. We're a second tier series. You got the sprint cars, of course, at top, K&N, that kind of stuff.
Mini stock.
No, but they're filler. But when it comes to scheduling
Or like
us,
banana pudding.
yeah, when it comes to scheduling us, we kind of take what we get. But the promoters are also smart. They do talk to one another, and they make certain that they're not going to overlap. And it needs to work for them, right? It has to work for them financially, and it has to work for them
Every
schedule-wise.
series has to work.
Well, there's some classes are just filler. They fill in and they have good car count and they make it pencil. We got to remember, and this goes for everybody out there except Adam Nelson who's listening. We're all just doing this for a hobby.
Right.
Adam's doing this for a living.
I don't make any money on this.
No, Adam's trying,
Right.
but he's doing this for a living. This is how he feeds his kids, right?
Adam,
He does this.
Eddie, all the,
Yeah, I know
Track
Adam's
others
listening
gotta
to this.
work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we got to make certain that it works for both.
Yeah.
And when I hear people coming at me, you got to tell them this and you got to tell them that. I don't have to tell them anything.
But you better.
Oh, I better, yeah. But I ain't because I get it. There was a time the fuck are you doing?
Keyboard down.
There was a time 15 years ago when I thought I was king shit and I'd tell the track how to do stuff and all that. Well, I've learned that you can't do that.
You still are, man.
No. We're lucky to have the dates that we get. And it's got to work on our end as well as it works on their end. And we're lucky to have the tracks that we have.
I mean, we're lucky to get to be able to do our hobby and our passion.
Yeah.
I'm giddy that we have track options, not just track.
People have no idea how lucky we are in Meridian.
Yeah. Oh,
How we can drive 5 miles from here to 3 miles from here. And how far is your grandma's house away? It's
Right.
further than your house, right?
It's from
About at least 10 feet farther than your house.
From my race shop to the
Your race shop's at grandma's?
right to the pits is 7 minutes. That's if I hit both red lights.
Your grandma's nice.
Right.
I'm up for adoption. Your grandma wants
So
to
she's
adopt.
single.
Oh, DJ, she's single. Anyway, for Todd Labronte in the World Purple Modified Series, who's our best questions for tonight?
Do we
Let's look
have
back over
any
this
questions?
anyway.
What the hell was that?
Still
My
making
springs.
He's still making music over here.
Did I do something? What's going on with the screen over here? What the fuck is going on?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's like it went back to the beginning of the show. Oh, it's because it did.
Are we still broadcasting or are we done?
Yeah, no, we're still broadcasting, right?
Okay.
When I got the mouse, it reset the
Let's
my
look.
screen.
Let's look for the best question of the night. What do we got?
A lot of statements. I'm not sure I can see any questions.
Well, there were some. Josh had some. How many races do the RPM mods have?
What's
Right
your
now,
best
none
performance?
firm. I mean, shit, they're all kind of handshake deals. What's the best performance on the market in your opinion? Josh wants the power steering fluid really bad.
Seems like it.
Billy Wynn, I have a suggestion. Future shows. That's a pretty good question. Jeremy White,
I
State
like
Line.
Mike Davis's message redacted.
Message redacted is a contender.
I'm all for anytime you can redact,
Retract.
whatever.
Huge moment was me winning in Dave Jr.'s car right before they honored his dad.
Ooh, wait.
Oof.
Speakerphone next to Mike. That's a great one.
Speaker what?
Brent's Taylor's first main event win this year. That was kind of cool.
Brent, I owe him something already.
Charmaine's
I owe him trouble. I keep asking what he wants.
lip
And then
balm.
it's not like he doesn't work right, like freaking down the street from me.
He works right down the street from anybody in Meridian.
Right?
He gets around.
You know where I live.
You know, I'm thinking
Send
that
a message, stop by.
probably we got a split here. I'm thinking that we probably got a split between Mike Davis and Josh Jackson.
Well,
Why don't we do this?
Let's
Let's
give
give
a
him a case.
Rebel versus a Royal Purple.
So I think we ought to give them both a case because I have extra
Split a
case.
case.
No, I'll give them both a case.
It's a long winter.
Would you shut the fuck up? If I wanted your opinion, I'd tell you what it is. All right, so let's give that
All
a clap.
right.
Mike Davis a case and
Yep.
Josh Jackson a case. Sound good? You guys,
Love it.
I owe you a case of power steering fluid. You won't be able to see me for a while. I leave tomorrow
Right.
for work and then
About
I'll
the
do next
2019.
weekend. No, it'll be the week of Christmas before I'm actually around. To be honest, I mean I'll be on weekends. We can do the show and that kind of stuff. But for Todd Labronte, for DeJesus, DJ Everett, the hardest working person in all of broadcasting in the Intermountain West, and Donovan Johns. We want to thank you very much. Thank you for the holidays and letting us have our little bit of time off there
Yes.
and being loyal
Thank you.
to our show. We also want to thank our
Mike
sponsors.
Hunter.
Mike Hunter for being on. Absolutely.
Outlaw, Willie Dalton,
The Outlaw Willie Dalton.
AC to Z.
AC to Z, Marc Newman. We forgot about Marc. Fantastic sponsor of the show.
Yeah.
Mr. Marc Newman. Tony Flores and the Flores Group at Keller
He
Williams.
who cannot read emails.
He evidently he cannot open an email. We'll
Okay.
figure that part out. FEP Products, Sharmaine's,
Lion Tamer,
Lion
Vapes.
Tamer Beard Care. Lion Tamer Beard Care now in use by Todd Labronte Jr., the Lion Tamer Beard Care. Fantastic. We'll work on his head next. Let's see, what else? I
all we
want to
got.
thank,
And Royal Purple.
thank Sam
Purple.
Adams
Yeah.
and Royal Purple for now.
Budweiser Copper Lager with Jim Beam.
And I
That
want
stuff-
to thank you guys
It tastes like boiled shit.
for being you.
There's an inside piece on that.
All right,
I don't
next
care.
week.
Just the baby. I don't need the bathwater.
Perfect.
I'm going to send you a gift right after
Gift.
the show. We appreciate you all very much. Are we on next week?
I think so.
Well, stay tuned. I think we're on next week. I'll be back from the PRI show next week, and we'll have something to talk about, but it won't be dates yet. Schedules won't be done for a bit. But
Winter Outlaw Winter Heat Series. We're
Winter
gonna
Heat
talk about
Series. Yes, we also have the banquet coming up
that. Yeah.
on the Friday the 14th in the barn for the Dirt Group. The infield at Meridian Speedway Dirt Group had a great first year. It was fantastic. A lot of new families and friends came out. And we're very excited about that. Their banquet, I believe there's still plenty of tickets available. Contact the Speedway office, 888-2813. Talk to Josie or Adam there, or Dan.
And
at
we'll
the
be
racetrack.
covering driver rule meetings as best we can.
Yeah, yes,
Giving
we
you
can.
updates.
And maybe we'll have Adam or Dan on,
Sure.
and they can help us out with that. Those guys are fantastic, so easy to get here. We're overdue for having Dan Breach in studio. It's going
Exactly,
to happen.
yeah.
He had a problem. We couldn't make it last time, so look forward to seeing those guys down the road. So for us here at the studio, we appreciate you very much. Next show, by the way, new studio.
Ooh, it should. Cross our fingers.
We're going out of Grandma's basement. We're going into Grandma's garage.
I
So
think so.
be watching for this.
We're going to bounce into somebody's garage.
Somebody's
We're going to start leeching internet. I think Grandma's shutting off the internet.
We're going to run our hi-fi through somebody's garage. I appreciate you very much, Todd, Donald, and DJ. Appreciate you. Have a great night.